gang, how you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, and covering all of the fishing action for our Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet in La Paz, Baja, Mexico. Hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Thank you for checking in, really appreciate it. And also, once again, please don't forget to do us a favor and subscribe. Let's talk about what went on this week. I'm not even sure where to start. Listen, this is going to be probably one of the longer Mexican minutes you're going to hear from me because there's just so much to tell you about. There's so many photos, so let's jump right into it. Like I did last week, rather than wait till the end to show you what kind of fish we're catching, take a look at some of the fish we caught this past week, even with a full moon and even with an eclipse. Holy cow, I mean, that is just a small sample of some of the kinds of fish we caught this week. Now stay tuned, because right at the end of this, I'm going to put some of the rest of this week's photos in my regular gallery, and there's a lot of them. You've got to check out all of the species we caught this week, because I'll tell you what, this was one of the better weeks of fishing we've had. Well, I'm going to tell you it's probably the best fishing week we've had the whole season. Not only did we have so many species, I think I counted 18 different species this week. We had pargo, we had cabria, we had dorado, we had marlin, we had wahoo, we had jack crevalle, African pompano, trumpetfish, needlefish, yellow snapper, red snapper, bonito, jack crevalle. I probably left somebody out there, but that's what was going on this week. And maybe they weren't the biggest fish. Oh, and roosterfish. Maybe these weren't the biggest fish that we've ever caught. They seem like they got a little smaller this week, but there was a lot of variety, certainly a lot of action. The roosterfish, I mentioned about the roosterfish. Now, if you've been watching us for the last couple of weeks, you've seen how big these roosterfish have been. 80, 90, 100. We've got a couple that might have even tinkled the world record up to 100 pounds. Well, they got a little smaller this week. You're going to see a lot of photos of roosterfish, but they're going to be more in that 10 to 20 or 30 pound size. And there's a reason for that. The large baits, the sabalo, the ladyfish that we use that are about this big, that the big boys like to eat. You know the old saying, big fish, big bait? Well, those big baits seem to have disappeared, so we don't have those anymore. So for whatever reason, I think that has a lot to do with the fact that we're not getting these big roosterfish anymore. So what we're using is the sardines, and consequently, there's no shortage of roosterfish. Everybody's talking about how many roosterfish are out there right now. It's a great opportunity to finally catch a roosterfish, but they're going to be more of that manageable size. Maybe they're not those big beastie thingies, those big sluggers, but certainly a fun trophy size 10 to 30 pound roosterfish. We've still got them here. I think they're going to stick around for a while. Now, speaking about record size fish, I want you to take a look at this next fish coming up. Right late at the end of the week, I got some messages from our boats at Las Arenas. They said there's a big fish coming in. There's a huge fish coming in. We've got an IGFA certified scale. We've had the opportunity, I think 4 times this year, to have possibly gotten a world record fish. The problem is the way we run things down here. If you're not familiar with it, fish come back to the beach, the captains clean it, photos are taken, and it's not till afterwards that people start showing me the photos. And very often I look at a photo and go, wait a minute, that's a big fish. And we check it up and holy cow, that could have been a world record. That's happened a couple times this year. Other times we've had the fish and we just didn't have the scale ready, or it got cut up and cleaned and we just didn't have the scale ready, or it wasn't there on time. So I started getting some calls, started getting some messages from the beach. There's this huge fish coming in. So I had the scale ready, we set it up, we had the cameras ready, we had a bunch of folks at our Tailhunter restaurant there, kept them around. They were all excited to see this fish, and it turned out to be what we think is the new world record pargo. Now, check this fish out. It was caught by Gama Santiago Morales, and he was out there at the south end of Cerralvo Island. Let me tell you the story. He said he saw a bunch of bait, he saw a bunch of bonita crashing on it, and so he started trolling a caballito through the area trying to hook a marlin. Fortunately, he had some heavy gear on, and instead he hooks this massive pargo, a mullet snapper. And up to that point, in 2007, the world record was caught in that same area right at the south end of Cerralvo Island, a 45-pound monster. So, a couple of weeks ago, Captain Pancho got one that we estimate was 50 pounds. Unfortunately, it was one of those fish. We didn't have the scale. The fish got clean, but looking at all the photos, everyone says that easily would have bested the current world record of 45 pounds. So, we get Gama's fish over to Tailhunter. We have the scale set up. Everything's on. We lift this thing. It took 3 of us to lift it onto the scale. Ding, ding, ding. It goes up. 41, 42, 43, 46 pounds. That would mean that is a new world record. So what I'm going to do is I've got to submit a bunch of papers to the IGFA in Florida, and if it's accepted, this will be a new world record pargo. We're really excited about this. This will be the 3rd world record that has come through Tailhunter, so we're jazzed for that, and we hope they accept it. So I've got a bunch of paperwork to fill out. So that's what's going on. Listen, I've been telling people, last year everyone had to stay off the water. We couldn't have any booze cruises. There was no snorkeling. There was no scuba diving, no sport fishing, no commercial fishing. The oceans were left alone. That, I think, has got a lot to do with the fact that we're catching more fish, bigger fish we don't normally see. We gave Mother Nature a rest for a year, and she came back strong. So fishing has just been incredible since the season started. Like I said, all these different species are coming on. So if you're coming down, the next fish could be another world record, and it could be your fish. So listen, that's going to wrap it up. I've got a whole bunch of photos to show you, so stay tuned. Don't check me out or turn off or whatever it is until the very end. Take a look at these photos. It's well worth it. In the meantime, I'm Jonathan for the Mexican Minute. You take care. God bless. Thank you for checking in. Do not forget to subscribe. Say hi to the cats. They are back here. Everyone asks, what happened to the cats? That's Caitlin and that's Samba running around behind me. Usually they're behind the camera trying to knock over the lights in the camera. So this time they're back here. The beach is behind me. Weather has been beautiful. Low 90s, very little humidity. Nighttime, it's been low 70s. So come on down, or if you're coming down, get ready. I think there's going to be some good things happening on the water for you. Anyway, you take care. Thank you for checking in. God bless, and we'll catch you next week.